I'm Christine Hodil, for those of you who don't know me. I guess you're the only person that doesn't yet. I'm very grateful and excited to be here tonight to give an experiential talk on evolutionary initiations, for in particular. So how I'd like to run this is that I'd like to give kind of a shortish talk about where we are as human beings in this amazing tumultuous time, excuse me, tumultuous times here on planet Earth. And also, just let's first acknowledge the energies that are here with us in the store, with all these amazingly beautiful crystal beings, angelic beings, earth beings, the Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers, whose presence is also felt here. And let's anchor the energy for each of us so that we might be as open and available to all the shifts and information that will be coming through me tonight. And for each of you, with your own beautiful connection with the source that you are, that you always have been, that has never left you, it's always stayed with you, it's always here for you. So to really honor and hold all the aspects of ourself as sacred, all of our humanness, especially all of that part of our humanness too, needs to be held very compassionately, caringly. Yes, so we just feel ourselves getting more and more present and aligned vertically and horizontally with the truth of our being. And as a group, so that whatever wants to come through me tonight on this topic, or whatever even other topics might come up that have something to do, something that each of you are calling forth for me to assist with. Yes? Yeah, so thank you all for being here. It's a privilege and an honor that you've come to be part of this circle. So, thank you. How I work is that I basically just show up. And I am open to the field of oneness, to the all, that needs to be expressed, that is being called for to be expressed for each of you. So that's my sole stance here. It's not to teach my system, it's not to serve you in any other way, but to be present for you. Yes. And we do have an amazing topic tonight. So that will be the foundation of our time together. So I will be doing a talk, and we'll have some questions and answers, and then we'll go more into a very strictly initiatory phase, where some information might also come forward for us. So I'm just here to see which initiation in particular might want to come in. It might be a different one than I've delineated here, which I was totally guided to do by Source. And just as a review, Sacred Womb Illumination, Reality Grids Restructuring, the divine template of man and woman, and the inner grail, the cup and the sword alignment within the body. So all of these I've done before, 4 groups, except the first one, the Sacred Womb Illumination. It's a bit different for a group for me. It's very aligned with the Inner Grail, because it's about us literally illuminating the womb within us and the hara for the men. How to bring the light of source, of non-duality, of oneness, into the body, so that we can change how we inhabit and live as our creative power. Because this is the seat of us here. Well, we could say that each of the chakra system is a seat. You know, their brains, all of them. I've done the 8 chakras series with the 7 main in the body, plus the thymus center, which is a transpersonal one here, which is also really important to have clear and activated. It's really important to activate them. We as beings and people have these amazing structures, metaphysically, meaning that perhaps we can't see them with our physical eyes, but they're every bit as important as the physical body in terms of our health and our emotional health. They're crucial, really. And we were gifted a particular kind of structure when we came into incarnation. And because this is a field of duality, and the Elohimic beings are there holding potential of enlightened humanality. They hold the sphere of this planet sacred in a way, with these very refined, cohesive, powerful energies such as beauty, truth, compassion, things like that. But when we came in, and there's a lot of stories about what really happened, you know, I believe originally the planet was pristine. It was perhaps the Garden of Eden. There was a particular potential here, and a structure and a form that each of us inhabited in our minds and in our physicality. For me, at this point, is kind of a moot point, because here we are. And we know we want to go somewhere else, most of us. We want to evolve into something else. And we're getting literally pushed into that, because the frequencies of the planet have changed, and I don't know the statistics and all the science about this at all, and I tend to forget things like that, the specifics. But the electromagnetics of the Earth have changed tremendously over the last 20 years, tremendously. Our bodies are electromagnetic. That's the basis of how we're vibrating here. We have an electric system that is a lot about our nervous system, and we have a magnetic system, and plus all of our cells have the pluses and the minuses. We have the dualistic attraction-repulsion thing going on, right? So, as the Earth system is changing, you know, she's big. She's really big. Our bodies are feeling it constantly. And our bodies, and it's our minds too. Our minds are going, our emotional bodies are getting tweaked out. For most people, people are freaking out. They're losing their balance. Some of the clients I'm seeing that had brought it, you know, to a handleable place, their own things, they just flipped out because it just got too much. So that's kind of to be expected. We're under so much pressure. So the best way I know to work with this whole evolution that we're being catapulted into, really, we're being nudged. Some of us it feels like gentle nudges. Some of us feels like they're getting slammed, right? So what's happening is that our old structures cannot contain that higher frequency. They cannot contain the greater mind yet. But we have it in us to do so. We were gifted that also. We were gifted the dualistic system and all that that entails so that we could go through it and see what it was about. I remember when I came in the planet to go, gee, what's that about down there in that planet Earth? It looks really strange and very uncomfortable. So I said, well, I'll go. Let's go see what this is about, right? So this is what we've been doing. So there's no blame, there's no, oh, so-and-so screwed with our DNA necessarily, even though if that happened, whatever, doesn't matter. What matters is us getting our wholeness again to evolve through and to create with, right? So there's steps to do for this. One of which I received last year was just really crucially important, was to clear out these main chakra systems. And so we did that. I did a lot of work with that. That's why these CDs were created, so that they could, and there's one devoted to each of the center, and then each of the centers, and then one that's for the integration. So they're very helpful. The other thing, because they're literally apparatus. They're our machinery. It's how we take in and put out. We take in, we put out. We are here as perceivers. We're God here perceiving duality. We're perceiving evolution through our sensory and perceptual apparatus and machinery. That's how I see it. Right? You have the plumbing system, you have the electrical system, you have the magnetic system, you have these intake-outflow valves, you got the procreation thing. You have all these different aspects.